doing the business blueprinting. Then realization, maybe you will spend another 3 months to perform the realization. Okay. Final preparation, again, maybe another 3 months that you will spend on doing the final preparation. So 3 plus 3, 6, 10, 11. Okay, so maybe I'll make it 4. So let's assume you are taking 12 months to implement this project. So in this 12 months, this 1 month, completely project management activities. This 3 to 4 months, all theoretical discussions, everything on air, nothing practically to be seen in the system. This 3 months, you are doing the settings in the system, but this realization phase, are you involving end user here? Business users are not at all involved. It is a functional consultant and technical consultants who are working on the system. So the user will come only into the picture after 8 months of the project, when we are only left with 4 months to implement. And then there will be a lot of surprises. Why? Think in this way. I'll give you a very practical example. You bought a new home and you are looking to you want to set up the furniture in your house. Okay, interior, you want to do the interior designing of your home. What you will do, you will call the interior designer. So their project manager will come, he will understand your requirement, he will set up a team will be sent to your home. Now this team, what they will do, this team will come to you and they will understand your business requirements, but they are writing everything in the paper. Okay, you want a bed here, the bed should be 6 by 6 or 8 by 8, whatever it is. You want a sofa here, sofa would be this size, all this, everything you are just writing in the piece of paper, right? You are not seen anything. You're not seen how exactly the sofa will be built. He's just saying, okay, I'll build the sofa, I will give this color, I will do this, I'll do that. Everything on the paper, nothing to be seen, right? And then he will give the paper and he will tell you, just sign this paper if I have written your requirements properly or not. So what you are doing is, you are just going through the theoretical paper that, okay, there will be 2 beds, there will be 1 sofa, there will be 1 dining table, there will be whatever furniture they have written. Okay, and then looking at the paper, you are signing off and actual work is started here. So your furniture guy has started working, and even when he is working, you don't have any control. You are not able to even enter the home. He will say, see you after 3 months. So out of 1 year, 9 months are already over, 8 months are already over. On the ninth month, he is inviting you that everything is ready, please come and test. And you are completely surprised. On the paper, everything was looking fine. But when I see the color, when I see the size of the sofa, when I see the other things, I'm not really happy with that. What you will do now? Entire rework. You will tell, oh, this is not what I'm looking for. Please make the changes. So he will say, oh, in that case, I need additional 8 months. Not only that, the effort that you paid to them, the material that you wasted, everything is lost for you as a customer. And that is exactly why many projects who are following SAP HCM methodology, okay, I'm not saying they are failing, but they are delaying. I will not say it is a fail because it was a proven methodology that we were using from years. So what should be done now? How can we get rid of this kind of issues? So let's do one thing. Instead of writing everything on paper, let's try to show them something in the system. So whenever a interior designer comes to your home, instead of writing everything on the paper, he may take you to some customers who have already done the interior designing. He will show you practically, this is how your sofa will look like, this is how your bed will look like. And looking at that, you will be more confident that yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. You will be more confident when you sign the explore phase. In the explore phase, you are getting the chance to see how exactly SAP screens looks like, how exactly I'll be able to process the transaction. You are getting more confidence that yes, this is how exactly I want to see the system, or this is not exactly what I want to see. So there itself, you can give the feedback in the explore phase itself, right? So during the explore phase itself, the new thing which is introduced is start showing the standard SAP system. Where will you get the SAP system from? That is another question. SAP system normally comes during the realization phase. If the system is not ready at all, if I have not set up the system till now, what should I show? So for that, SAP has helped you with the standard base practice system. SAP will give you a system which you can use on explore phase, in the explore phase. And that system is already having lot of setups done. That is a pre-activated system. Many functionalities are already active, so you don't need to waste your time in activating those. You can directly start working on that system, show the system to the user. You can also, again, it totally depends upon your organization policy. In one of the project where we are working, we already given the system in the explore phase itself. Go and play with the system. Tell us what is your finding, what is your feedback. So they are more confident. They are feeling confident that yes, this is exactly what we wanted to do in the system, and this is not what we wanted to do in the system. So they are giving you the proper feedback now itself in this stage itself. So this is something which will unnecessarily delay the project, and it will give you more confidence as a business user that whether this is exactly what I'm looking for or not. So that is very important. That is the reason business blueprinting was a completely theoretical document. In explore phase, in activate, we are not going to create a business blueprint. Rather, we are going to demonstrate the business systems to the users using the best practices. This is important. Showing them the standard SAP business processes using SAP based practices. Now, where will you find the best practices? How will you know what I need to show to the user? So for that, I will show you one link. I will provide you one link. Maybe after this completion of this theoretical discussions, I will show you some important links where you should go and you should understand all these things in detail. Okay, and throughout the course, we will be discussing on those links also. So SAP based practices are already pre-delivered by SAP, and even SAP has a documentation on that. We will be just using that documentation to update. Instead of writing everything from scratch, we will just use that document, and for each and every activity that you have shown to the business, you will capture their feedback, whether this is something which he is looking for or he wants to change the standard behavior. Okay, so that is nothing but your explore phase. Once your explore phase is completed, you got a very clear idea what I want to implement. Then you will go to the realization phase. Now, can you tell me what is the problem in the realization phase here in SAP HCM methodology? I told you the example of the furniture guy. For 3 months, he told us not to visit the home. He will only call us, he will only invite us once everything is completed. What if this guy allows us to have a regular visits? If this guy allows us, okay, after every 2-3 days, you can come and you can see what is the progress. You can come, you can give your feedback based on which we will take the action. Okay, that is exactly which was missing here. Normally in the realization phase, if you are using SAP HCM methodology, you were not involving your business users to contribute. You were not taking their feedback. Their feedback was only invited at this stage. Now in the realized phase of SAP Activate, we are going to follow Scrum Master, or you can say Agile. So Scrum Master, Agile, these are all new technologies which are available in the software development projects. So in short, I will not complicate the discussion to Agile and Scrum Master. What exactly I mean to say is there would be regular stand-up meetings with the business users. So maybe twice a week, okay, or maybe daily half an hour of discussion before you start working on the normal day-to-day activities, you will have a discussion with the business users where you will tell them what you have already set up in the system. You will just show them this is what we have done today. So if they feel that there is some deviation in the business requirements, they can comment here itself, which will save a lot of time rather than developing everything and then customer says, no, 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 this is not what I'm looking for. Right? So regular stand-up meetings with the business users are carried out in the realization phase. Okay, and it is moderated by Scrum Master. So this is concept which is coming from Scrum. Scrum Master is a person who is responsible to make sure that this type of meetings are happening on day-to-day basis, and the team is actively participating in all these meetings. And if there is any problem, if there is any challenge faced in the project due to which we are not able to complete the work, this person would be responsible to make sure that everybody is 100% contributing to the project. Okay, so this realization phase is very important and it is done in sprints. This is another terminology which is coming from the software development industry. Sprints means instead of doing everything together, here all the 3 months of activities are done all at once. But in this case, you will have a regular sprints. Sprints means every weekly, whatever you have developed, you will verify whether we are going in the correct direction or not. So you will be having the plans for every week. For example, instead of, if I am a project manager, I told you, okay, as a FI consultant, I gave you 3 months, complete this activity, and we will meet after 3 months. We will see what is the status. Okay, what will happen after 3 months? Project manager asks you how much work is done. You will say, oh, I've only completed 40%. If he asks why, you will tell him there were a lot of challenges. I was not getting this information. The server was down. This was like, there can be a lot of reasons for that. So what is the better thing? Better thing is, if a manager, if a scrum master is checking on day-to-day basis, if he is having every 10 days, every 7 days, a meeting to check whether everything is going fine or there are any changes required or any challenges that you are facing. So it will be easier to track and it will be easier to make sure that the project is going in the right direction. So regular sprints. Sprints means every weekly you will monitor whatever work has been completed, whether you found any challenges, and you will plan for the next week activity. Okay, so the sprints will be done during the realization phase. And obviously, ultimately, what you want to achieve here, ultimately, you want to achieve the same thing. You want to activate the standard processes and you want to adjust the custom processes. So activities are same. The way is different. You're doing the same thing what you do in SAP methodology also, but only thing is the stand-up meetings, this regular sprints, these were not part of the SAP methodology. These are introduced now with SAP Activate. Okay, so this is how SAP Activate helps you in the realization phase also. Coming to the deployment phase. Okay, any questions till now? Any questions? Okay. If no question, let's go to the deployment phase. What we do in the deployment phase? Deploy means final preparation. In the final preparation, we provide the training to the business users, we conduct the UAT, and we prepare for go live. So all the same activities, even in Activate also, we will be doing the same activities. During the deployment phase, we will provide the training to the business users, we will perform the UAT, and we will prepare for go live. Then what is new in SAP Activate? The new thing in SAP Activate is SAP has provided lot of tools which we can use here to accelerate this process. Okay, so for example, when we were using SAP SF methodology, in order to provide the training to the end users, in order to provide the training to the business users, we were creating the documents, end user training documents. as a functional consultant, maybe we can use the document which we